When it comes to a winter warm or hot drink, is there anything more comforting than a steaming mug of hot chocolate? Let's face it, whether you're at home on the sofa with a cozy blanket or out doing a spot of Christmas shopping, it's a luxurious drink that keeps you warm and satisfies a sweet tooth. The beverage is so popular these days that many brands are doing one better than the instant cocoa powders we all grew up with, and there are now machines such as Hotel Chocolat, a highly coveted velvetizer that gives you a luxury hot chocolate from home. But priced at £99, the chocolatiers machine won't suit everyone's budget, nor my own, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy a lavish option with a cheaper instant hot chocolate powder. Of course, nearly everyone's favorite, including my own, is the good old classic Cadbury, which I adore for its velvety smoothness that just reminds me of my childhood. However, I am always on the lookout for other options that might be able to stand toe-to-toe with the big-name brand, which is why I pitted it against other hot chocolate powders from Aldi, Tesco, and Asda. Here are my thoughts on each hot chocolate that I tried. Cadbury price, £2. 89 for 500 grams. I absolutely love hot chocolate, and it's always been my firm belief that you can't go wrong with Cadbury, as it is my usual go-to when it comes to branded instant hot chocolate. Even better, I managed to snap up this decent-sized 500 grams tub from Asda while it was reduced from £3.70 to just £2.89, so I had to take advantage, didn't I? As soon as I opened the lid, I was met with a pleasant aroma of chocolate, not that synthetic smell that can often be the case. I should also mention that, for each hot chocolate, I mixed the powder with hot milk, as I have never understood those who use hot water. You are sacrificing the creaminess. It mixed really when I popped in the heaped teaspoons. No clumps or grainy bits left, which made the whole experience smoother. As for the drink itself, it was smooth, velvety, and had the nice creamy foam at the top when mixed up a bit. Overall, it's still the champion of hot chocolate for me. Rating, 5/5 Aldi £1. 55 for 400 grams. Up next was Aldi's lavish-sounding Chocolat instant hot chocolate drink that came in a little cheaper at £1. 55 for a 400 grams tub. Yes, I was getting 100 grams less than Cadbury, but I was still saving an extra quid. When it comes to luxurious food and drink on a budget, then Aldi is famed for its ability to create high-quality results that won't break the bank, so I had high hopes. Join the Daily Records WhatsApp community here and get the latest news sent straight to your messages. The powder itself smelled rich and very chocolatey, although not as strong as Cadbury. I did find that, while most of the powder mixed really well, there were still a few clumps that decided to sit at the bottom of my mug. It was also not too sweet and had a creamy, full-bodied texture that made me feel all nice and warm inside. Another solid choice, but I am deducting a point for the slightly clumpy texture. Rating, 4/5 Tesco £1.45 for 375 grams. Tesco had quite a few different instant hot chocolates for me to choose from, but I opted to go with this Stockwell & Company instant hot chocolate that was exclusive to the supermarket. And I wish I hadn't, if I am absolutely honest with you. The smell of the powder alone was more sweet and sugary, compared to the rich cocoa I am used to. This also translated to the taste, which was really not wanted from my hot chocolate. Also, despite the fact it asked for 5 heaped teaspoons, which was the most, I found that the taste and texture of the drink was fairly watery and thin. If I am honest, I struggled to finish a cup of this one. One positive was that it actually looked really nice but it was downhill from there. Sorry Tesco, you don't win this round. Rating, 2/5. Asda £2.50 for 500 grams. Last, but certainly not least, was Asda with its own branded drinking chocolate that is packaged in arguably the most fun container out of them all. This 500 grams purple tub features funky little slogans that describe the chocolate as a loving hug in a mug and also creamy and daydreamy. Naturally, I wanted to see if it lived up to its own hype. And it does, it really, really does. As soon as you open the lid, you are enveloped in a rich chocolatey aroma that smells almost identical to that of Cadbury. When mixed with the hot milk, there were no clumps or grains of powder left at the bottom for me to gulp down. In its place was smooth and velvety hot chocolate which had a lovely aroma and a creamy texture. It also tasted similar to Cadbury, so I have to give credit there. Out of all the supermarkets, I think this is the option I would come back. My only drawback was the price, as it was priced at £2.50 for a 500 grams tub, which also made it the most expensive. Rating, 4.5/5 overall verdict for personal taste. I have to say that Cadbury still remains the champion of hot chocolate for me. It's rich, creamy and smooth. Honestly, it is perfect for warming the soul on a cold, winter's day. However, while it may be on offer right now, it usually retails at £3.70, which is a steep increase from any of the other options I tasted, so it's worth wondering if any of them could be a cheaper alternative. For me, my supermarket winner would have to be Asda with its £2.50 drinking hot chocolate, which would be £1.20 cheaper for the same size tub. While it may have been the priciest own-branded option, it was a luxurious hot drink that almost reminded me of Cadbury. Aldi also gets points from me, as I found its sugar instant hot chocolate to be a nicely balanced drink, the only drawback being the slightly clumpier texture. But, that's a small price at the end of the day. Alas, Tesco's Stockwell & Company option came in last with its watery drink that was, weirdly, incredibly sweet, and not really what I was expecting from a hot chocolate. Don't miss the latest news from around Scotland and beyond. Sign up to our daily